Hi guys, so I just got this in the mail. It is the Die and Press Nesting Frames Summer Die Kit Auto Ship. And if you guys recall the other day, I got another auto ship and I thought that one was this. So I got my auto ship programs mixed up. So this is from HSN, not quite available yet, but if there's anything else that I might use that will be available, I'll link in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Hardly ever do I ever link like papers. It's just, I figure people have plenty of papers in their stash, unless it's something brand new that I, definitely have a link for. Other than that, we're just pulling things from our stash. So I always have constant links for like glue or some of the other things that I use. But anyway, just something to note. I know sometimes people are like, oh, where'd you get that paper? And it's like 5 years old, So I'll try and link if things are still available, though. Of course, I'm having a hard time opening this part here. There we go. So this is an interesting auto ship, because I forget the first name of it. I think it was called like Celebrations Auto Ship, or Celebrations Nesting Dies. Now, there's another nesting die program, which is actually pretty funny, because the one I showed you guys the other day was this program, and I have them here because I have them here waiting so I can put them in folders. So this is one of the, Happy Easter, and this is also called nesting because this part nests, right? This can nest into this one. You can mix and match them. This is another one. This is actually from a different program, a different set. Oh, these are not the same thing. But anyway, that is the other nesting program that I just received. And I guess they were coming in kind of close together. Something might have happened in the shipping. HSN receiving them to send them out, because I just got another one, like I said, and I feel like the Easter one, maybe it was a couple months ago, and just, my memory's short. But this one is the one that initially was like a cute little pizza box kind of box, and it has obviously, well, not obviously, but it's like a square shape. So the nesting part of it has to do with that every time you get an auto ship, it's going to have like a square nesting kind of thing, so you can mix and match these with the initial one. And then like next time I think it's tags, so it's tags, but the tags will also have a little square nesting shape in them, but then you can bring those over to this one over to the next, mix and match. So it all kind of has a square deal going on. So again, this one happens to be the summer one. So unless HSN brings this out in a month or two, kind of like they do, it's usually, sometimes weeks behind, a month behind. People who are on the auto ship program receiving it, they'll have extras and they'll have it on the site. They haven't done that quite yet on this one, and hopefully they will. But for right now, you can still pick up the initial set. It's just not an auto ship program. So, floral nesting slimline. So I think that's incorrect. What did I say on the outside? Summer. Yeah, exactly. So it's called summer, and it is called summer for a reason. Obviously, this is not floral. You see the stars, and then I think the other one has bubbles. Yeah. So this one does say summer. Summer nesting frames. And I think that's where we got some confusion, because I was like, oh, the floral nesting frames. But then I had another one that was another floral auto ship, and then we had a couple that were celebrations, because they use a lot of the same names. But this is the summer nesting frames. That's completely incorrect, obviously. Okay, so we have the little bubbles, and then we have the star frame, and then you have Hello Sunshine, some beautiful flowers. I love that, like hibiscus. Celebrate, so you can nestle those in there, and then they cut out within the square, or you don't, and you have a matte layer, or however you want to use them, or mixing and matching of those. Some inspo here. It does have the slimline kind of background stencil. And this one is more slimline. As you can see, it's smaller than some of the other die and press stencils. But we have the stars. It is called stars. This is so cute, the little pennant right here. Option 2, die cut either border, again, like a matte layer. And then you can do some of those other fun things that they're showing. I am assuming this is like white paint or something. If you have a red background, you see the white star. And then, Stars and Stripes Forever. And that's a stamp, I believe, since I don't see it as a stencil. Yeah, it's a stamp. The little sun, how cute. May your days be sun-kissed. That was so sweet of you. Happy 4th of July. So it's, summery in with the kind of Americana feel and things like that. So we have the little pennant, the hibiscus, so that's another part of it, the floral kind of summer. And then the little heart flag. Love the palm. Look at the little glasses. How cute are those? And then the lens and the frame, lens and frame are on 2 different stamps, so you can do that really cute. And then you have a die for it, which I love. Little stars and tiny stars, and they also have dies for those guys. And did we look at that? Yes, we did. Okay, so these are the Stencils, how cute is the sunshine one? Oh my gosh, I love it. The stars, the little waves that can be like mermaid, well, not really mermaid scales because they are not touching, so I would say it's more of a wave kind of look. And then the little starburst, sun rays, waves. Stars and sunshine are the names of those. And then we have the smaller guys, so stars, sunshine, the little word like banners with the word sweet, and then of course like a little firework burst there. And it comes with an elongated cutting folder. Again, any machine that cuts thin metal dies, you can interchange any thin metal dies with. Of course, with the marquee, you have a sizing parameter, right, that you want to stay in. So if you have dies that are from like Anna, obviously if they're bigger than this, you can't run it through. But any ones that fit in here, good to go. So it does come with an elongated folder, which is interesting because I don't even think this has, yeah, it doesn't have a slimline size, but that's nice. I love the elongated folders because you can also, like I said, I want to cut this at the same time. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this. You can put several things on your little mat and run them all through at the same time. So it's nice to have that bigger guy. The little square here. I think I'm also going to go ahead and do a tutorial today. Why not? It looks like it's about 3.5 inches square. I would say maybe a little smaller. And this one, I'm looking at the pointy parts. Yeah, it's probably going to cut 3.5, and then the metal itself is a little bit wider than that. Loving this inlay, the Hello Sunshine, of course the dies for all the different pieces, the stamps, which are a really nice size. I mean, even the sentiments are a really nice size. May your days be sun-kissed, free in America. Oh, look at this one, kind of something you can just kind of color in. Little watermelon, so cute. Free to sparkle. Wishing you sunny days. And then just random day, have it. That was so friend, because if you recall, we have that one little stencil that has like the banner feel to it. Let's see how big these guys are. Definitely slimline size. I want to know the width. I would say the width of the actual decorative area is maybe 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4 wide, and then the actual decorative area in the other direction is about 9, maybe 8 and just shy of 9 inches. Same with these guys, I would say. So cute. I love their stencils. I'm like such a collector of them. They're so cute. And then these are like little guys. Again, you know, you have that die if you were to cut this, the outer part, and then just have that stencil instead of using an inlay. The little sun, the little banners, and the firework. And then this one comes with folders, and I believe it's one folder. So basically you're going to put everything in here, and as you can see, this does not quite fit. So whenever it's something like this, I like to leave things on the carriers. That's just my quirk, I guess. I would just cut this off. Cut that off and cut this bottom part off until it fits there, you know. Or just take them off the carrier. Yeah, so let me grab some papers and things and we will get started. I should clear this stuff out. I'm gonna do something a little different. I want to play with some stamps, and then we'll do a topper and all those kinds of things. Maybe we'll do some stenciling. I don't know what to do with these things. I should have just had this set up. So I just made this card base the other day whenever I had gotten finally got some white cardstock in. Just A2 size, so of course that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And since I made it myself, as you can see, it's a little off, but that's all right. We'll put that there. Oh, interesting. Okay. I thought these were outlines. Well, there's one leaf. I don't know why I thought there was a couple leaves, but anyway, I thought it was just an outline type, but you know what? It's this kind, so that might work out even better. So what I'm going to do is take some paper that's already green, and then I'm going to do some clear embossing, and then we're going to go over with a darker green ink so that the lighter green of the paper shows through the clear embossing. So, this is interesting because I was planning on this being lines. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm just gonna go for it, but I feel like there's something on here that's keeping this bumpy. What is up with that? Huh. You know what? I'm gonna have to put it on a stamp positioner just to make sure we stamp this really nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this down. Just to matte layer that A2 size card, and so you can see the scrap of paper. So let me see how wide this is already. Oh, of course, I've used it before on something else that was roughly A2 size. Oh, in the last video, whenever I did use that white paper, somebody left me a comment about if you cut a piece of A2 size in half and in half again, you get 4 card toppers. And I guess because I was doing other math, they thought maybe I didn't know that. I don't know. But yeah, of course, if you have an A2 size piece of paper, you cut in half and cut it in half, you're going to have 4 pieces that will perfectly fit on top of a, you know, A2 size card base. I wasn't trying to do that, so I don't know. But yes, that's definitely how that works. So I'm just gonna cut this to 4. Well, actually, I want it a little bit smaller. You know me. So 4 1/8 by 5. You know what? I don't know if this paper was cut nicely or not. So I'm gonna take a little bit off the bottom and a little off the top to make it 5 3/8. Since it's a scrap of paper, sometimes I'll just cut with scissors and maybe it's not actually straight. You know, so I just want to make sure that that is a straight corner. And so let me do this a little bit differently than I had planned, which is a little bit of a bummer because I just wanted to go for it, but that's okay. All right. Oh, that's the other thing. Okay, so let's first take an embossing buddy, which is literally just like cornstarch or something in here. That's going to be kind of important for this thing. I'm not going to fret if it's not perfect, but at the same time, you don't really want the clear embossing powder touching areas or staying there when you don't want it. I don't know. So I'm just gonna have fun with this. That's what I was planning to do, but for some reason on that one block it felt like this is a little imperfect, and it might be. I don't know. I feel like there's a divot in the middle of the stamp. It's a little bit higher. Let's see. This might not work for us. Okay. Clear embossing. Where are my clear embossing stuff? I guess I'll use this one. That's interesting. I don't know that I've used this one in a while, so hopefully it's juicy enough to do the job. You can see it's missing right there. There might be a little issue with this stamp. It looks like it's missing that middle part. So I'm just really gonna push. See right there? I think there's an imperfection in the stamp. Ooh, well, that's not what I wanted. I don't know if I can even get it. I don't think it's gonna work. Unless there's a little bit of powder there. I don't think there is. Or the ink. That's a bummer. Well, there's another way we can do this, but that's not gonna work for that one. So let's just go ahead and leave that one the way it is. What I'm going to do is bring my paper to the stamp. See if we can get this working. So we already did the powder. Let's ink this up again. And I'm just gonna ink, make sure there's ink all over that. And just randomly use my fingers to make sure it's getting pushed in every area. I still missed that spot. Okay. Let me see what this looks like. That is not great, you guys. Especially when it's an auto ship, a lot of times you can't. I'm trying to do this in different ways. I'm gonna push down that center. You can't get it resent to you because they don't have stock, right, to send it to you. Okay, that one, I got it. All right, well, I'll just keep doing this. I'm gonna ink, and really make sure that my fingers are going into this divoted area. All right, and I'm just gonna go around and do that everywhere. Okay, I'll be right back. Since I'm gonna cover a good amount of this anyhow with the topper, right? So let's put that to the side. Yeah, what a bummer. Not great. So now I'm just putting clear embossing powder on everything, and hopefully, like I said, I haven't used that specific ink pad in a while, so hopefully it's still juicy enough to hold on to this stuff. Looks pretty good. Which actually kind of made me wonder, I'm like, what do I usually use? I think what it is, I usually use VersaFine, black VersaFine, and then I cover it with the clear embossing, and I don't do a lot of just clear watermark, you know, kind of stuff. Okay, and it is kind of important to get the excess off, and I'm gonna hit that with a heat tool Totally put my thumb on there. Hit it with the heat tool and I'll be right back. So, I got that. What a bummer. If you can do me a favor, if you are in this Autoship and you have yours, can you let me know if your leaf is also messed up? And that way, maybe that'll help me know what to do. Like, I'll obviously let Dye and Press know. That also reminds me, people were mentioning, oh, see, I keep punching my light recently. Anyway, that the Crafter's Companion Autoship, like the first iteration of whatever came with the new machine, the Gemini 2, which I have decided to keep because honestly, I think it was over a month ago that I ordered it and I didn't think about it. I love the machine. It's very overpowered, a little bit big, so I'm going to have to find a place to put it and see what I'm going to do. Right now, I have an Empress and a Gemini sitting in front of me, and they're just covered with stuff. Like, there's things on top of the things in front of them because I don't use them. I use my little manual machines more than anything. But anyway, so I'm going to keep it, so you'll see it more. Well, maybe you'll know that I use that. I don't know if I'll show it, because usually I keep my machines behind here. That there was a misspelling or something wrong with one of the stamps, and that maybe they're going to replace it. I don't know, but I didn't notice that, so I don't even know which stamp set they were talking about, because you know how I came with a few stamp sets. But you know, sometimes things like that happen. Sometimes companies will fix it. Sometimes they don't. I mean, if you just want to return it. But I would like to know if yours is messed up. I felt the rest of the stamps, and the rest of them feel fine. I felt that right away. When I went to go place, I'm like, nah, something doesn't feel right here. But these guys, they all feel fine. And these are line stamps, which are different than like a full coverage stamp, right? And you can even see right now, it's on here that's not quite right. There's something chunky. Anyway, so now I'm going to take a darker color and just go over the whole thing. And this looks really striking when you use black ink too, and whatever paper you want. Or I remember with Local King, Lisa would like to do like a rainbow look with inks on a piece of paper, or maybe paper that's already rainbow looking. And then you do your clear embossing, and then you go over with black, and it looks really cool. So yeah, I'm just going to take a time to go over this whole thing and just change this paper. I'm trying to use all that ink. What else was I going to say about that? Oh yeah, Local King. They started an affiliate program, which is really great. I remember before, whenever I would show their things, people would ask about that. And I didn't have affiliate links, they were just links. But I just was approved for that. So now I have it linked in the description box along with the other links that I normally keep. So if you do click that, that is my affiliate link. And we'll go from there, guys. I know I have some, obviously, tons of their items I used to pick up at Scrapbook Expos, things they've sent me for a review in the past. They are sending some of their newer items. So keep an eye out for those. Very artsy kind of company, right? Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for just a second because it is hybrid ink. You can't really make it water react, but I do want to let it dry a little bit, because what I'm going to do is just get a little bit of water on here and just clean this up so that it's brighter, right? So you can see the leaves right now, but I want to make it brighter. So if there's any ink kind of sticking to the clear embossing powder, we'll just get rid of that. Okay, I'll be right back. A little bit. I'm just going to spray a little water on here. Just have a little water. And basically go over these guys and clean it up. See how that green stayed on there? Just make those colors pop a little more. Hopefully you can see that that definitely works, right? I mean, it's a little bit brighter. I don't know if you can see that as compared to this area. And then I was going to splash this with a little bit of black ink. Like, I thought, why not make it a little artsier? But, oh, rub that a little too hard. My goodness, today I'm having a time, aren't I? Let's just stay on this part of this. And I couldn't really find this one set of ink, or not inks, watercolors that I use more often. So how about a little bit of gold? So I'm just making a really fun artsy background, but look at this. I have this sparkle spray. Now if I spray it, it's going to spray and it's going to be probably not exactly what I want. Look at that. I'm totally destroying this paper. It's not like the best paper in the world. That's probably why it just reactivates with water. Or activates with water. So I'm going to do it this way. Just so I get bigger bits. And this stuff dries so pretty. This is a tonic sparkle spray. So I'm definitely going to let that dry. So that's going to take a minute, and then I'll be back. This to dry, because that is going to take a minute, especially because, you know, I want to glue it down. Obviously I'm going to put my hand on it and all that, but look how cool that gold, it just is so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put that over there. I'm gonna take another little piece of white paper. Oh, this is white paper. Interesting. Okay. And I wanted this to be real stark and clean, so what I think what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna take this, place it somewhere down here because I do want that to obviously look nice and be able to be die cut nicely. I have some yellow on here. Let me grab some yellow ink. Yellow ink, yellow ink. Oh, this is cute. So dandelion. And then on top of this, we're going to do some stamping. Ah, did that move on me already? It might have. How cute is that? I am being careful not to go too far over the edges because obviously we want to die cut, but I don't know how much gets cut away. Cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse this off because I don't want this to stick. A lot of times hybrid inks, well, not a lot of times, but they will stick. So I'm gonna go rinse this off right now. So I put that on here because I was going to go ahead and like see what else I could stamp on here and then die cut it. But as I'm looking, some of the sentiments, like these guys would get cut off if I do it this way. Look, wishing you sunny days. I mean, the S and the S are in here. I mean, you might be able to get it this way, but then it sticks out at the sides of your card, I think. So what I'm going to do is use the other, this little guy, and that'll be interesting. So what I'm going to do real quick is kind of line that up in a way that we can still do some stamping. Okay, and I wasn't planning on this, so let's see. I like sliced strawberry. It's a nice kind of reddish pink. Hopefully it still shows up. That's the only issue, like the stamping I do afterwards. I have this big brush. Let's not go too heavy ham-fisted. I don't know what I was gonna say. So let's not go too heavy ham. Anyway, let's do that. Oh, that is so cute. And then bring it down here, and I'm being very careful about this part. Again, for the same reason I don't want to go off the edge too much. But we do want it to look like there's a little banner there, right? Okay, sounds good, or looks good. And I suppose you could leave this here, to be honest, like have a, right? You can just leave that there to help you plan it. Have a sweet day. So let's say we had this here, and this little guy here, and that'll just kind of help us line that up. So have a sweet day. I think this needs to come down just a little bit. Can't really tell. Okay. And let's see what happens. I'm going to stamp that in black ink. So very carefully, let's just make sure when I stamp that that's in a good spot. Oh, so cute. Okay. Black ink. You guys, again, this is, you know, the kind of stuff I just, you know how I do here on my channel. If you're new, welcome. I like to fly by the seat of my pants, so I made a lot of different choices. And look how cute. Have a sweet day. And let's see what that looks like with everything off of here. Oh my goodness, that is very cute. Let me wash this. I'll be right back. So let's get this on here. Oh my goodness, that's very cute. And again, I just did a white and stark, and I'm looking at the edge of that to the edge of that. That looks pretty good in my opinion. So I will tape this down and run that through, and I will be right back. So trim that down a little bit to get in there, and so cute with little bubbles. Very pretty and juicy. And then I'm going to pop this on top of here. So I don't really know if that gold stuff is really quite dry yet, but let's bring our card back. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this down, and then, like I always do, place something heavy on top to keep it nice and flat. Some people like to run it back through their machine because it'll just really squish it right, and then that'll be plenty flat. But I'm just going to glue right to the very edge. And on here, just to really help get every area down. And we'll pop it on here. And that looks pretty good. I'm not going to rub my hand over the top like I normally would. I'm just going to go from there. Maybe place this plastic And then I like to put something heavy on top. So for me, it's like my die cutting machine. So I'll just place this on here, and I'll put like my Spellbinders Platinum 6 on there. I'm not moving it a lot because I didn't run my hand over the top, and that should hold it down. Okay, so I'll be back where we're at. See, this is why I didn't rub my hand all over it. Cool, very good. Takes a little bit to dry, especially on the embossed areas. And I'm just gonna pop this on here, I think. Just like that. It does cover quite a bit, it's a big image. And I think I'm just gonna glue it down. Now, of course, you can pop it up. But I'm gonna get glue as well as I can on these edges, and then I'll just take off whatever extra little bit. Like that. And put it there. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down for a second and I'll be back. Okay, so there's our card for today. A little artsy, a little something different, you know, in the background. Too bad that one stamp was a real bummer there. So yeah, let me know what your set looks like when it gets in, and I will definitely send out an email over to Dye and Press. And if you have the same issue, I would encourage you to also email them, because obviously they need to know about that. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have some images coming up. Again, no links quite yet to this set, but I'll have links for other items if available in the description box, and I'll see y'all at the next one. Oh, I should remind you, today is the last day of the Spellbinders spring cleaning warehouse sale, and then Tonic Studios, the last day of their vault is May 1st. So just FYI. Alright guys, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.